prosecutor, for those that don't know, and here today to ask the board to take several actions at my request to address some concerns that have been raised about the status of Steve Little, who's been retained to ask some questions about some employee-related matters. Mr. Little has not completed a report, in part, probably large part, because certain individuals have declined to participate in the interviews and not made themselves available. In part, registering concerns that Mr. Little is somehow engaging in the practice of being a private investigator without a proper license. First and foremost, I don't share that opinion. However, even if there were any gray areas in that assessment, I have some paperwork here that have been generated in cooperation with consultation with the state that will eliminate, in my opinion, and under the statute, any question as to whether or not he is engaging in that kind of practice. First of all, Mr. Little was retained specifically at my suggestion to the board. Okay? As in any situation where an attorney has clients and the desire or the interest or the need of outside assistance of any expert nature here in employment-related matters, it's not at all uncommon for attorneys to put their client in contact with somebody that they might be suitable, and the person becomes retained in that fashion. That being said, Mr. Little was retained by my office. He is an expert consultant in the area of human resources, labor management, those kinds of things, and he was retained at my express suggestion to the township. To the extent the paperwork didn't satisfy those that are registering a complaint about it, in terms of his contract and stuff, I have here today an agreement ratifying or actually documenting that which should have always been documented to be the case. That is, he has been consulting with my office, Mark Zanny, throughout the entire course of this inquiry. The reason that's critical is a person hired by an attorney at law does not have to have a private investigator's law license, nor do attorneys at law have to have those licenses. So, while I'm of the opinion he never had to have it, I still maintain that position rather than argue about it anymore. We're clarifying his status as an expert consultant paid by my client but working for my office.
Do you have a contract with him for it?
I get the floor. Okay?
So that's enough.
In this particular instance, I'm asking the board to approve an agreement that documents that I have here today. Okay? That's the first thing. Because his role is not done, I would ask the board then to extend the contract previously entered into until the end of June. He's going to be gone in May, his other commitments, so he may not get it done any sooner than the end of June. Okay? I have a third document I'm asking the board to adopt is a resolution instructing all employees to cooperate in interviews. And I want to point out that to the extent that I will make myself or an attorney in my office part of those interviews as necessary, we don't have to have a private investigator's license under the law. And for employees to, from this point forward, decline to participate in interviews of this nature, they run the risk of being disciplined for their refusal. With that said, what's going on, that is the sum total of the decision made. No one's been identified for discipline, promotion, demotion, anything. Why? Because relevant people have not been interviewed. The only way any employer is ever going to be able to get to a point to know, A, nothing needs to be done, B, something needs to be done, but not discipline, or C, some form of discipline, and the who is to ask people questions. That's all this process is about. No more, no less. If it ever gets to the point where discipline is deemed appropriate, that employee or employees will have a right to a public hearing when they can defend themselves. So all we're trying to do is get a level of cooperation with you folks that know what's going on. Without that, this board cannot know what needs to be done, if anything. So, I'm asking the board to approve the agreement. The documents Mr. Little's role with my office, which thereafter extend his services, and thereafter approve the resolution instructing your employees to cooperate in interviews with Mr. Little and my office. And I'll make one more thing. I don't know what people expect an employer to do when they receive information. Granted, it may just be rumors. But how do you find out the truth behind rumors if you don't ask questions and get answers? That's all that this board is asked of their employees. They have a right
Almost
to.
a comedy. It's almost a comedy.
Tell the other side of the story.
Excuse me.
Sir, are you willing to
Could you
entertain
tell
some
us your
questions?
name? Could you tell us your name?
I indicated my name is Ken Oswald. I'm the county prosecutor.
Ken, I'm sorry, who?
Oswald, the county prosecutor.
Oswald? Thank you.
For a very short time.
Sir, are you willing to entertain a couple questions?
Oh, transparency, love it.
He won't answer questions.
We don't have to pay if he's working for the county, I
Since
guess.
he's working for you, won't you pay him instead of the township having to pay him?
Good point.
I don't give legal advice to individuals.
Is this
I
a feeble,
represent this board.
is this a feeble attempt to cover up the fact that you've been operating illegally for the last 4
Just
months?
wasting our money.
I'm not going to answer your questions.
Because this was contracted, not hired by the prosecutor's office.
And sir, since you're retaining him, do you not agree that the trustees are also, should probably be interviewed?
I am not here to answer those types of questions.
Oh, you don't need to be rude. You don't need to be rude.
Yeah, is there gonna be discussion before you motion or vote on hiring him?
We've all had a chance to look over the agreement. Everybody fine with the contents of that?
So we're paying him another 2 months. So we're, something
yeah.
he's done, he should have had done.
Point of order, okay? We're trying to conduct our business up here. I'd like to make a motion, we go ahead and accept the agreement as provided by our legal counsel.
I'll second that.
Yes?
Yes.
That's what elections are for.
They're out.
So
Yeah, he is.
we're campaigning for king. why they're losing their way.
And then we have an amendment to the agreement between Licking County Prosecuting Attorney, Madison Township Board of Trustees, and Steve Little. This amendment dated May 5th, 2015, extends the agreement originally entered into by the parties on December 30th, 2014, from April 30th, 2015 to June 30th, 2015. So I'd like to make a motion, we go ahead and approve that.
Can you guarantee that it's gonna be done by then, though? Can you put that in the motion there? That it has to be done no later than then, not
Is
extend
there
it
any
again?
discussion?
No, don't answer me.
Is there a second?
They didn't hear your votes back there.
Karen?
I said I second it.
Karen? Yes. Trudy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
So now we have to sit here and wait for the fire department to remind us to find out who's gonna get shut down. Maybe we need to move.
No, we need to fight them.
That's what you did the last time, you circulated it after you passed it, right?
He's already, he's all like, in his own party.
Dirty, dirty, dirty cops.
Of course, he is with us. He's with
Then
us.
we have a resolution for investigation of possible misconduct, conduct by township fire department employees and/or possible misuse of township fire department equipment. This resolution says that we met in regular session today here at Licking Valley High School. And we desire that the investigation be conducted by the Licking County Prosecuting Attorney on behalf of the township. I'll move for the adoption of this resolution.
No, we don't.
I'll second it.
Karen? Yes. Rick?
Yes.
Yes.
Who's really the client in this matter? Is it really the board? It's up their matter. In which case, they don't have the protection of the attorney. He's employed by the board. He's employed by the board because he's retained by the board. He may be recommended by that board. The contracts with the board, the paycheck comes from the board. You see, his employer didn't pay the contract for him.
They just changed that.
Doesn't matter. He's already broken law. Which is fine because you guys,
They all were willing to talk to him.
well, that somebody needs to say that. That you need to say that.
He's the one that canceled them.
Yeah. So Little's statement that nobody would talk to him is just a bold-faced lie.
Right.
He's the one who canceled the appointments because they wouldn't allow him in the sheriff's department.
There's no way I can respond to a person about violating attorney-client privilege. It's just no way for me to do that.
If it went open to great.
So, am I to say that?
We can't hear what's in the
He's not allowed to say anything about the attorney.
I do have one, understand. Okay? The reason I'm not answering the questions is because much of the information I know about this comes to me in a position that's protected either by attorney-client privilege between myself and my clients and/or information gleaned in executive session, neither of which allows me to answer questions to you and make sure you have a full understanding of things. I cannot answer questions completely because those are privileged. Just like if you went to an attorney, they'd be privileged. So you can either understand that, don't understand that, but that is a fact. That is the only reason why I am not in a position to answer questions you might put to them.
Did you know that he's canceled interviews as well? Steve Little has canceled interviews as well? Can't answer this for now.
They can give him permission. Can't they just make the time to give the attorneys permission to answer questions? Not that it matters, these questions.
We can't hear what you guys are saying.
Exactly.
We can't hear what you guys are saying.